Hello, welcome to this match. I'm playing MackAttack2 in the Hand Mix tournament. Hand Mix is a mixture of cards. All the cards are selected from a mix, curated by a couple of different people. S. Sounder and Donald X, I believe, with interesting interactions with your hands. So, we see here we have Masquerade, which swaps cards from the hands. Horse Trader's discard, Village Green discard, Courtier reveal. Coven, not as much. Not sure why Coven's in this, but Cursed Village, lots of stuff. Minion, Relic, Vault, all sorts of handy stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess. What do you want to build to? You could do some crazy stuff. 3 types there. So you can do stuff with Courtier payload, Courtier Village Green payload. I don't think the Coven's come into play too much, but you can draw with Cursed Village and Minion. I think you do open Masquerade. Probably. Masquerade's an action, it's not an attack, which is quite interesting. Otherwise, I might consider getting Horse Traders. It feels too early to get the Village Green. I think it's too early to get the Village Green. So, I would very much consider getting a Church and just hope you don't draw it dead. I think you might even on the first 5 get a Courtier. Yeah, we get the Church. So we've got the 2 and 7 chance to draw dead. We'll see what MackAttack does here. If you don't draw either, oof. So they had two coppers and 3 estates, which is quite unlucky. Which now means they're going to have to pass me a copper, which is also, again, quite unlucky for them. So I can consider getting the Minion now. Minion's kind of nice if you can play the Minion before the Masquerade, because they only have 4 cards to pick from. It doesn't interact great with Church. Well, the first Church, if you Church all your cards aside, then discard with Minion, it's nice. But if you get a big hand with Church, it's great. So Courtier seems too early, so I will go for the Minion. We'll see if they play the Masquerade or the Horse Traders here. If they have neither, it would be very, very unlucky for them. Yeah, so they've got the Mask in the last part of this hand. And they hit their 5, which is nice. So I've given them an extra estate and trashed a copper. So I'm a little bit thinner currently going into this shuffle. And I've got a little bit more payload density. It looks like we'll both probably have a Minion. I expect Minion to be the card you want to play with here. You want to get pretty much all the way thin. Yeah, I guess Courtier can look at Horse Traders. It's not the greatest combination, but I'm going to go that way. Just give me a chance to draw the estate to pass with the Masquerade. So they drew their Courtier. Did they see Horse Traders is the question. They did not. And unfortunately, Masquerade, despite feeling like an attack, not quite an attack. This is one of the reasons I went for the Minion over the Courtier first, is that Masquerade is not an attack. And I won't be able to play my Masquerade here, but I won't be able to discard them, attack them with my Masquerade here, or with my, discard attack them with my Minion here to play the Masquerade, because my hand's going to be too large. But I can just do, yep. Okay, so the argument for discarding here is that I trigger a shuffle that has 5 bad cards in it, and I draw 2 of them, so I have 3 bad cards guaranteed, which I really don't want. So I think I'm just going to end actions here and buy the Courtier. You know, one could consider already getting the Village Green. Or the Cursed Village, or the Courtier, man. This is tough. It's hard to know what order to build. There are a lot of cards I want. I want Horse Traders, Village Green, Courtier, Cursed Village, Minion. Coven's not terrible. Vault, yeah, I don't know as much. Vault is probably I'll play with. Maybe? Horse Traders kind of does the same thing, but better. With the Courtier now, there's a decent chance I have 4 the next turn. They have an expedition, so they're pretty likely to hit multiple things. They can only play one of Horse Traders and Masquerade, which is an advantage for me. I can play both Courtier, Minion, and Masquerade. I can play all 3 of my actions in a turn. They can only play 2. I'm probably not going to do a lot of expedition stuff, especially if they have minion attack. So if I'd actually paid attention there, I could have attacked their big hand with minion, and I didn't. That was a mistake for me. It's not a big one, but it was a bit of one, especially because they did not have Courtier or Masquerade. If I had minion now, it would be real nice to discard. And I'll get the village. Church is also, I know, two types for Courtier to hit. Okay, so they just got money and bought another Courtier. Okay, so what I can do here is I can set aside 2 coppers. I can reveal minion for action buy. Action coins, action gold. Probably just action coins. Action buy. I'm guaranteed to have enough money here to do something. I will play this now because I want to see it. And, okay, they gave me that. And now I have the village green, so I can get another terminal, which will be the Horse Traders. And sort of the idea is to play the Horse Traders and then draw your deck back up with Minion or Cursed Village. Certainly I want to add Cursed Villages to this deck. You can do a little bit of setting aside provinces of the church, but then you have multiple provinces in your hand the next turn, which is not nice. I do need to discard here. They had their Horse Traders in hand, which is nice. That's an advantage to Horse Traders. Nuts. I have to trigger this shuffle somehow, which is sad. If I don't want to have a completely terrible turn. So this will be coins buy. I'm going to have 6. I don't actually need to buy. I can go coins. I can add 1 gold to my deck, I think, at this point. I'm getting thins. Getting thin enough. And I will grab the Cursed Village here, see what boon I get. Diluted. Slightly sad that I just bought. Oh, I can't buy actions. Okay, that's pretty bad. Although this turn is pretty bad in the cards that I have, so I may just play Church, set aside a bunch of stuff, or I may play Church, set aside the Masquerade, and do an Expedition, which is not terrible, certainly not great, and I think I triggered a somewhat bad shuffle there. I am going to be thinner. I've played Masquerade more times. I'm going to have more Church plays, so my thinner deck means if the bad shuffle that I've triggered doesn't hurt me as much. That's also sad, the +1. I consider setting aside 2 coppers, playing the Mask to pass a copper. I'm likely to draw some good cards there, so I don't really like doing that. I wouldn't buy anything this turn anyway, so I think I can just play the Mask next turn. They got a Village Green, and they got War, which trashed that Village Green. That's quite sad. That's quite sad. This minus card token is affecting what I'm doing here, but I think I'm just going to do this. Guarantee that I have a really big turn next turn. They don't have a minion yet, so they can't attack me. I'm going to be able to attack them pretty consistently with my minion. Unfortunately, I don't see an easy way to actually draw to get to my Village Green or minion here. Well, okay, I have the Masquerade. I'd like to be able to play things first, so I need to grab more villages here pretty quickly. this ended up being quite nice. I may be able to draw the village here first and play it. We'll see. There's not a lot you want to buy with 3. They could certainly consider here getting like Village Green or Church. I think they probably want a minion that gives the best synergy with the Village Green. Although Horse Traders is good there too. In general, you want to be, I don't know. I assume they drew the Horse Traders here. Otherwise, if this draw card was Horse Traders, this was fine. Otherwise, you want to play the Horse Traders, discarding the Village Green, and then you actually end up net better on the cards. Okay, so trash a copper here. Okay, so I didn't find my Village Green, which is fine. Okay, so I'm going to do Courtier here. Just do action coins. Draw up. I'll play the Masquerade here. We're pretty much at the drawing deck portion of the game, which is nice. Trash. So they only have 5 cards. I consider next turning this Village Green, which seems pretty good to start me with. But I'm mostly drawing deck every turn, so maybe I don't need to worry about that. Play that now. And I only have 4 cards left, so I can discard. Mess with their shuffle a little bit. Is there any consideration for Windfall? I don't think so. So what do I need to add? I need to add just more pieces. So I need to add another Village Green, another Cursed Village, another Horse Traders in some order. I think just Village Green and Horse Traders now. And then get the more plus buys next turn. I'm kind of, I guess I should be okay with keeping a couple of extra coppers around just to give something for their Masquerade to hit against. It's kind of annoying if you have a super thin, nice deck and they're passing you an estate and then you're giving them back a gold or something. Then again, it's a nice spot to be in where you have all these good cards and they still have the bad cards in their deck. So it's not a complete something you really need to worry about that much. At least I don't need to worry about that much in this case, I don't think. At least in this kingdom. But I feel like I'm building slower than need be. I had some advantages early on with better draws, and I didn't really take advantage of them, and our decks are pretty similar now. They've got a relic, I've got a minion is like one of the primary differences. Let's see what they're able to do this turn. Get a gold. I got the gold somewhat because I couldn't find anything else to do and figured I'd be able to play it a couple times. It's generally not a good card for these decks. It's like even something I would consider trashing. I probably wouldn't pass it to them because it's too much advantage. But they're drawn deck here. They've almost drawn deck here. They've got an extra Cursed Village, which helps with that. I've got the extra Horse Traders. They've also got an extra Courtier. So this could be, I don't know, Courtier, Horse Traders, Village Green seems reasonable. It looks like they top decked a Village Green, so they've got one of those last 2 cards. Yeah, so I need to add fairly quickly here another Courtier, another Cursed Village, another Horse Traders. That'll hopefully be my buys this turn. That takes 14 money and 3 buys, which I should be able to get. And then hope that the fact that they have so many more coppers than me makes their life difficult. They, I think, can take a similar line to me, except they've got the second Cursed Village already, so they can take the second Horse Traders. Okay, province already. A little bit suspicious of that, but we'll see. Village green. Play that now. Okay, so I've got tons of actions, which is great. I will play this first, I guess. And then I can play the mask. Pass a copper. No trash. So this will be buy coins gold. I guess a couple of golds is not terrible. Maybe it's terrible. I don't know. I'm out of things to discard here, which is unfortunate. Village green, play that now. And oof. This is 13 and 3 buys. And I'm out of draw, so got to end turn here. I also top deck a copper, which is not terrible for the Masquerade, but it's pretty annoying. So I can get 2 4s. So I definitely need to get another Cursed Village, another Village Green, and then maybe another Horse Traders. I can also consider getting another Courtier, but I can't afford it. So like Cursed Village, so that's fine. Can pass that to them next turn. Village Green, another Horse Traders. I'm pretty happy about all that. I drew nicely enough here. Let's see if they have a Cursed Village in hand. They didn't have a Horse Traders in hand before I played the minion. And maybe I skipped over their good cards. Minion, to me, has a tendency to do that. You have 5 cards in your hand, and 4 of them are really good. And you're really happy about 4 out of 5 good cards, and they play minion, and you have 1 good card out of 4. And you think, shouldn't the ratio have been 3 out of 5 and then 2 out of 5, or 2 out of 4? But the answer is no. Minion is very perceptive and knows how to best hurt you and change your shuffles around. You can tell from the artwork. That was me being tongue-in-cheek. If you don't know me very well, might not be obvious, but we'll see. So I need to get another Courtier. The Relic does nothing against Cursed Village. I think it does nothing against Cursed Village, which is quite nice. I want to be trying to use my draw maximally here. Like I consider just going action coins here, which I think I'm going to do because I have plenty of buys. Just to make sure I get that draw in. Now I play the mask, pass the curse, trash, discard 2, village green now. So this is great. If I can find the minion or the other cursed village, village green now, didn't find it. Nuts. So what do I have down there? A cursed village and a minion, which was most of my draw. So I was relying on that, and it did not come through the way I wanted. But I've got 15 here. I'm considering like minion, courtier, village green. We've seen war. We haven't seen locusts yet. Locusts could be real annoying, and I don't want to hit locusts, so maybe not that. So something like courtier, village green, minion doesn't seem too bad. Minion just to draw up after I discard the with the horse traders, or to discard with the village greens. It just gives me more draw. And I find a copper here, which is also quite nice. Unfortunately, both my cursed villages are at the top of this shuffle, so it's a little tricky to manage how I'm gonna get through the rest of these 15 cards. I can next turn this village green potentially. Maybe I can get a church and set some stuff aside. We'll see. I didn't get a minion attack in that turn, and they'd had bad cards in the previous hand, so I expect them to have good cards in this hand. Yeah, the curse gets passed back and forth, which makes sense. Like if I can draw a church early on, I can set aside the curse with the church, and then the next cursed village will draw a lot more cards. They still have one estate? Okay, so they still have some bad cards in their deck. The one estate and the province versus my one curse is why I'm down by 8 points. In this kind of game, I feel like I'm looking to get to double or triple kind of provinces. I don't want to green too early because the draw to X decks as they were. Draw to X means this draw until 6 cards. Don't do great in that scenario. Play that. Okay. So I can definitely look at the village green and do buy coins action. I don't really want another gold. So this will draw me 2. I can also play this as next turn and then draw 3. It's not clear to me that that's better than what I just did. Okay, so what can I do here? Probably the best thing is to... Well, I've got more village greens down there. I think I've got to try to find those. Pass the curse. We'll trash a copper. Unfortunately, I'm action limited now. So I will go action coins here. Unfortunately, I've got to just discard all of this. Okay. Play horse traders, discard 2, village green now. 15. Okay. I expect like I should have been drawing there. I'm super confused how I didn't draw. I think just all my draw to X was at the very top of my shuffle, and then I collided it all. If I had found one near the end there, if one of those golds was a minion or something, I could have reset the turn. I also could have played the minion. First minion had 17, but that's fine. So my consideration here is just minion, courtier, village green again. Same set of buys. Try to get the turn to line up a little bit nicer next turn. This is a moderately sad start with masquerades around. If Masquerade wasn't in this kingdom, then I'd be pretty happy with this start. If they play a Masquerade, I'm probably going to decide what to do based on how many actions they have. They played one last turn, I think. Yeah, to pass the curse. So it's possible that they don't get around to it this turn. And I do have a plus card draw coming in. But this is, if I can find in these next couple of cards a minion, one of my 3 minions or 2 cursed villages, I can start by like horse trading 2 villages, getting a ton of actions, and doing it that way, which will be nice. They still have like this estate. They have a curse in hand. They didn't have the estate last turn because they would have passed me. They would have trashed it last turn if they had it. So, take your time. Perfectly fine to take your time. Buy gold. Yeah, didn't take an action, which leads me to believe they might have a cursed village in hand. You wouldn't play that until very late in the sequence of actions. I'm not sure what they'd be thinking about, but I don't know their exact card hand, so it's possible that there's some complex set of interactions between village green, horse traders, courtier, cursed village, and you're trying to find the optimal order. It's certainly not trivial. Definitely play that. Oh, I can do it 3 times? I'm not sure what just happened. Not sure how that works. I don't know that I've ever revealed more than 1 horse traders in the same turn. I think that just means I get all of them in my deck, all of them in my hand at the beginning of the next turn. and minus and +2 cards or something. The way they've been playing, it wouldn't be inconsistent for them to do Expedition Province. I don't think they can reliably double Province. They're going to start running out. Yeah, the problem is this shuffle has this extra green card in it, but is missing all these nice cards. So it's a tough decision. I'm down 3 provinces, so I'm in trouble here. I had just a weird turn last turn. I thought I would be able to certainly like do province and more last turn. I mean, I guess I got to 15 in 3 buys, and that was not a great turn from my consideration. So I felt like I could have easily gotten to 20, 18 in buys and gotten province in 2 pieces. They're also able to pretty consistently draw through. Okay, so discard 2, Village Green now. Village Green next turn. Should have enough actions for this. And set aside the copper with this church, maybe. I suspect I'll be able to draw back around. I again suspect I should be able to draw back around. Do I want to get more golds? Is a question. I don't. Maybe at the very last play of Courtier in a turn. And now I'm going to discard. Play that next turn. There's still like a lot of stuff I need to be able to find to make my deck work. So, okay, so that'll be coins. We'll just play that next turn. Buy coins. Draw. Yeah, so I can discard 2 golds. Play the mask, pass a copper, see what I get back. Probably trash it. It's no longer any good for my deck. So this was a nice turn for me. So I can certainly... My deck is capable of triple provincing. I don't want to triple province now because there's a very small chance they can double province. I think it's pretty small, but I don't want to risk it. If they double province, that gets them to 30. So to beat 30, I would need triple province, 4 duchies and an estate. So I could go like double province here, duchy, village green, expedition, something like that. So that's 16, 21, 25 expedition. The expedition doesn't play super great with Cursed Village, but I've got the minions and the horse traders and stuff to discard. You just hope you don't draw a ton of green in that first hand. I did play the church. I could consider getting another church instead of the expedition to set stuff aside since I'm planning on winning my next turn. I think I like that. So, I also have a village green or 2 coming in. Doesn't tell me. I have to scroll through the log, unfortunately. I've got 2 village greens coming in. Oh, I'm going to have a huge hand next turn to start with. So maybe the expedition is fine, just trying to guarantee I find a horse traders. It's not clear at all what I'm doing here. I'm double province, duchy. I think this line is fine. I don't know. This is super complicated stuff. Yeah, they're saying the double duchy line because they can potentially double province, and then I'm in a good position to win the next turn. The church versus an expedition is really uncertain to me what the best thing to do is. And if they play a attack, I'm not sure what I pass. Really not at all sure what to pass. If they play the masquerade. So you have +3 cards coming in. Well, I can't pass the green card. That's crazy. It just makes it possible for them to put it out of reach. And I need the horse traders in case I draw. Do I just pass the horse traders? Problem is they're going to be able to play the horse traders? They don't have enough draw, I think, to play these horse traders. With the village green, so the village green makes it... that's not giving info away. I'm thinking about it for a long time. Just letting them know that it's really tough. The village green helps them the least. The horse traders helps them more. The village green, they seem to have a bunch of actions. They don't seem to have a lot of draw. So the thing is, if they don't have a lot of draw, then they can play the horse traders, then their turn ends. But they seemingly should still have a cursed village in hand. So I guess I'm passing this village green unhappily. I'm getting a curse back. That's an important 1 victory point swing. I've got to be able to pass that curse back to them, otherwise I have to get an extra duchy to win the game. Yeah. So they could have played that horse traders to discard 2 cards, then drawn all that back up. So I think giving them the village looks like the right decision, but it's hard to say without seeing their exact hand what the best thing to do is. I am not quite sure. Okay. Well, I can definitely play that horse traders. That's nice. So they're able to single province here. They could not have done more, I don't think. Yeah, if they played another horse traders, they could have drawn more cards into their deck. So certainly this feels like the right decision. But I've got, 5 card search space to find some good stuff. Hopefully a village green and a minion, and I can get off to the races. Or the church and province and stuff. The relic, I think, was a weird decision, especially because relic does not affect cursed village. It does affect minion. It does not affect cursed village. And it activates my horse traders. They still played it pretty well. They built a deck that's able to pretty consistently get provinces. I fell behind, and then I felt like I needed to overbuild my deck. And then it seems to have paid off, pending the outcome of this turn, which is still quite in doubt. I think for them, there's not much they can do. They just have to click province. Well, let's do horse traders. Trash a copper. Play the masquerade. Pass a curse. Okay, so this is everything I need. I can discard everything with horse traders and draw it all back up with cursed village. This should be pretty easy to find 2 provinces. I do want to trash that, actually. Yes, this is action coins. This is action coins. This is coins. Oh, and this is it already. Okay. Province. Yeah, I found the draw. I had to find draw. I had to find draw there. But I was able to do it. It was a good game for MackAttack, and I'll see you in game 2.